You can rely on alumni. A new interview with Jinger Duggar has been released in advance of the publication of her new book, which is titled People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations. This woman, who is 31 years old, is continuing to document her pregnancy with her third kid while also making podcast videos with her partner Jeremy. In her most recent interview, Jinger discusses how she handles the hostility she encounters online. Proceed with the reading to view her statements. Counting On, Jinger Duggar discusses the criticisms made in response to her first book. Just recently, Jinger took part in an interview in which she discussed the aftermath of her first memoir, which was titled Becoming Free Indeed. According to the former member of Counting On, the objective of the book was to bring to light the damaging beliefs of the IBLP, and she maintained that she was willing to face criticism so long as she was able to assist the individuals she cared about. On the other hand, Jinger recognized that not everyone liked what she'd done, and she also mentioned that some of her loved ones would say things that were very unkind about the book. Jinger discusses her struggles with being hateful online. As part of the same interview, Jinger discussed the ways in which she manages to cope with the hatred, particularly in light of the fact that she is preparing to publish a new book. According to the former cast member of Counting On, she has had a difficult time getting along with everyone ever since she was a child. As a result of this, she made the decision to transform herself into someone who would make other people happy, which is the primary emphasis of her next title. Even within the family, I would never attempt to irritate anyone, she continued. I would never do that. To put it simply, I wanted to ensure that everyone was satisfied with me at all times. Jinger Duggar eventually came to the realization that she did not have to satisfy anyone. However, things are very different when they are being filmed. She divulged the following information: on social media, there will be people who say things to any of us. They are going to say things that are cruel, and they are going to have their own thoughts about why I may consider doing anything. Jinger stated that the only thing she wanted was to share from her heart and serve as a model for people who desired to break free. As an additional point of discussion, she stated, "Okay, we don't all have these perfectly curated lives, and I think that everybody needs to see that and understand that we don't need to keep up this facade of who we want people to think we are, but we need to be genuine and real." The wildfire situation in California is discussed by Jinger Duggar, who is a dependable source. Jinger Duggar is located just a few hours away from the wildfire that is now taking place in the state of California by her home. On the other hand, the former cast member of Counting On has been particularly cautious during the previous several days. Quite recently, she sent a screenshot from her phone to Instagram stories, which displayed an evacuation alarm that had woken them up at 3 in the morning. Jinger disclosed that the warning was nothing more than a fake one, yet everyone in their vicinity had been placed on high alert. Jinger Duggar, once a central figure in the reality TV series Counting On, has garnered both love and criticism throughout her life, especially as she navigated her departure from the strict religious beliefs and lifestyle associated with the Duggar family. Amidst the fame and scrutiny, one aspect of her journey stands out: her experiences with online hate. Despite the harsh criticism, Jinger has been remarkably open about the emotional toll online harassment has taken on her, and her willingness to confront the issue head-on speaks to her resilience and commitment to advocating for mental health awareness. In this article, we will delve into the history of Jinger's life in the spotlight, her exposure to online hate, the emotional challenges she faced, and how she is working to bring attention to the consequences of cyberbullying and online negativity. We will also explore how she has used her platform to foster positivity, self-empowerment, and advocate for a healthier online environment. The Duggar family and the rise to fame. Jinger Duggar grew up in one of the most famous families in the United States, the Duggar family. Best known for their reality TV show, 19 Kids and Counting, the Duggars were often in the spotlight due to their conservative lifestyle, devout Christian beliefs, and large family. Jinger, the sixth child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, quickly became a fan favorite due to her sweet demeanor and relatable personality. The Duggar family's rise to fame was not without controversy. Their lifestyle, which adhered to strict religious principles, was at odds with much of the mainstream culture. The show's depiction of homeschooling, courtship instead of dating, and traditional gender roles sparked both admiration and criticism. Fans of the show admired the Duggars' commitment to family values and their positive image, while critics saw the family's choices as outdated, restrictive, or even harmful. As the Duggar children grew older, many began to step into the public eye in their own right. Jinger, in particular, attracted attention when she became the first Duggar daughter to break from some of the family's more traditional practices. While many of her siblings followed in their parents' footsteps, Jinger chose a different path, marking her as a figure of interest both to fans and to critics of the Duggar way of life. Jinger's public journey and the shift in beliefs. Jinger Duggar's story took a significant turn when she married Jeremy Vuolo in 2016. Their courtship was widely publicized, and the wedding was a major media event. Jinger, who had once adhered strictly to her family's modesty rules, seemed to begin challenging some of the conservative expectations placed upon her. She and Jeremy moved away from Arkansas to Los Angeles, where Jinger found herself in a more liberal, diverse environment compared to the one in which she was raised. This move, combined with her relationship with Jeremy, marked the beginning of Jinger's gradual shift in both her beliefs and lifestyle. The couple became vocal about their evolving perspectives on faith, gender roles, and other issues, which put them at odds with some of the Duggar family's more traditional values. While some of her fans praised Jinger for questioning certain aspects of her upbringing, others saw her changes as a betrayal of the principles she had once espoused. This shift in beliefs, combined with her increasing public presence, began to make her a target of online hate. The onset of online hate directed at public figures is not a new phenomenon, but for Jinger it marked a painful and often overwhelming part of her journey. As she grew more outspoken about her evolving beliefs and her decision to live a life that was somewhat outside the bounds of her family's teachings, she became a lightning rod for criticism. Jinger was often the subject of harsh comments and ridicule on social media. Some of the hate she received was related to her lifestyle choices, her decision to move away from the Duggar family's home state, her shift in religious practices, and her more liberal approach to issues like modesty and women's roles in society. Others criticized her for her appearance, her marriage, and her parenting style. Many of the negative comments were fueled by long-standing cultural and religious divisions, with people from both sides of the debate using Jinger as a symbol of something they either supported or despised. For a young woman who had grown up in a highly controlled, tightly knit family environment, these criticisms were a stark contrast to the positive reinforcement she had been accustomed to. What had started as an effort to connect with her fans and share her life openly quickly became a battle against a tide of negativity. The emotional toll of cyberbullying. The emotional toll of online hate on Jinger Duggar was not immediate, but over time it became clear that the barrage of criticism was beginning to affect her well-being. The weight of constant judgment and the public nature of the insults took a toll on her mental health. In interviews, Jinger has spoken about the anxiety and sadness she felt as a result of the online attacks. Though she often tried to brush off the negative comments, there were times when they became overwhelming. "It's hard to ignore people who say things about you that aren't true," she said in a podcast interview. "I just try to remember that their opinions don't define me, but it's still painful." Jinger's struggle with online hate is not unique. Many public figures face similar challenges in today's digital age. However, what sets her apart is her transparency. Rather than retreating from social media or becoming consumed by the negativity, Jinger began to use her platform to speak out about the harm that online hate can cause. Jinger's advocacy for mental health awareness. Recognizing the impact of online hate, Duggar has taken steps to raise awareness about mental health and the importance of kindness in online spaces. She has been vocal about the need to create supportive and respectful online communities where people are encouraged to share their opinions without resorting to cruelty or personal attacks. In several public statements, Jinger has encouraged her followers to be more mindful of the effect their words can have on others. She advocates for empathy and understanding, noting that the anonymity of the internet often leads people to forget that there are real human beings on the receiving end of their comments. Jinger has also been open about seeking professional help and therapy to cope with the emotional distress caused by online hate. In doing so, she has normalized the conversation around mental health within the context of celebrity life, making it clear that even those who seem to have it all still face struggles with their emotional well-being. Fostering positivity through social media. Despite the negativity she has faced, Duggar has worked hard to curate a space on social media that reflects her values of kindness, love, and personal growth. She has used her platform to promote messages of self-empowerment and to highlight the importance of mental health. Through posts about her family, her faith, and her personal growth, Jinger has created a more positive and supportive environment for her followers. She also shares personal stories about her journey, showing that growth and change are not only possible but valuable. In doing so, she encourages others to take control of their own narratives and to embrace the journey of self-discovery and healing. Moreover, Jinger's ability to stay grounded in her faith and values while facing public scrutiny has served as an inspiration to many. Her willingness to discuss her struggles with online hate has empowered others to speak out about their own experiences with cyberbullying and mental health challenges. Public reactions and support. The reaction to Jinger's advocacy and openness about online hate has been largely positive. Many of her fans have praised her for her bravery in addressing the issue publicly and for using her platform to promote kindness and empathy. Additionally, fellow public figures and mental health advocates have commended her for her efforts to raise awareness about the consequences of online harassment. However, Jinger has also faced criticism from some individuals who believe that she should simply ignore the negative comments and move on. These detractors often fail to recognize the significant psychological impact of sustained online hate, especially for someone in the public eye. Nonetheless, the support she has received has far outweighed the negativity. Through her candidness and vulnerability, Jinger has inspired many to be more kind and considerate in their online interactions. Turning struggles into strength. Duggar's experience with online hate has been a difficult and ongoing journey. From the early days of her public life to her evolving beliefs and lifestyle, Jinger has faced challenges that most people will never fully understand. Yet through it all, she has remained committed to using her voice to promote positivity, mental health awareness, and empathy. By sharing her struggles with online hate, Jinger has not only illuminated the harmful effects of cyberbullying but also shown others that it is possible to rise above negativity and find strength in the face of adversity. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of creating a more supportive and compassionate digital world. Through her advocacy, Duggar continues to inspire others to be kind, to embrace their own journeys, and to stand up against online hate.